It's a tropical course, okay? So, oh, it's a second course. All right. So yeah, fairly new. All right, so let's give Abu the 22's tropical course a whirl here. Second course. See what we've got. I'll need a minute to decide if I like the shade of the fairway. Don't mind it yet. Fairly gentle opener by the looks of things. Oh, that was fun, Graham. I appreciate the opportunity to play that. It was good. Okay. So, again, maybe it wasn't... I've been doing this a lot today. Sticking it right in between clubs. Or right in pitch area, I mean. Winds are down. Oh, dear. He's touched them all with that one. Actually, I thought that was going farther. Green. Alright, hang on. Let's look at... yeah. Bunkers sculpting is maybe a bit off. Mulch. Yeah, the mulch looks weird. That's true. And I'm not sure about mulch being right beside the ocean like that. But we'll get a sense of what's going on as we go forward here. 144 greens. I'd maybe consider bumping that up a bit. Although I'm just about to putt it off the green, so maybe don't. I didn't even get that there. Okay. The lighting is making us not see the ocean, which is unfortunate. So I might play with that a bit. This bushy area? I don't know. Does it add anything? Maybe. I guess it doesn't really take anything away. Yeah, the bunker's got a bit of a bathtub going to it. And then this stuff on the left. I don't know. We've already got a bunker. I don't know. There's something about it. Yeah, bit spam planted. It does a bit. Planting's so difficult to get right. Okay, we got some undulation in the fairway there. It's a dead straight, pretty short par 5. What is this playing? 518. Okay. I'd maybe consider doing something more with this because this is just a really short par 5 that the only real thing going is the ocean. We've got the mulch again underneath the trees, so that's looking like it's gonna be a feature. Yeah, I mean, and the other thing strategy-wise is if I hit it into the rough or bunker or something, I'm just gonna be able to just run it up this fairway. So it's just lacking a little something there. Pulled it a bit. It's too bad. Appreciate that, Victory. Thanks. I mean, I used to play, so I hope I know a little bit about golf, but it's just the little intricacies about. I guess I'm probably pretty decent at seeing what works and doesn't. I'm just not as good at saying, okay, here's what I would do to make it better. Maybe that's more appropriate. McTrees, how's it going, buddy? Okay. So yeah, this hole's it's missing a little something. It's just a pretty, I don't want to say boring, but kind of boring short par 5. There's nothing really making me think here. It's just hit the fairway, hit it on the green. If I make the putt, I make eagle. Otherwise, I make birdie, and off I go. Trees down the waterline. Yeah, you could make an argument for getting rid of those. If the water is more visible with the lighting, then you'd be able to see that better. I don't know. Ah. Bunker front right. Okay. Yeah, it saves the ball going in the water, but at the same time, it's one of the few things that gives this hole really any definition. So, I don't know. I see where you're coming from. Yeah, it's just missing something, and I'm not sure what it is. As it is, it's just a really short. Who's that? Oh, J Ray, how's it going? You guys that have blue as your name, I can't see it because I'm old and blind. Okay, so again, so what I'm getting out of this is it's going to be a relatively straightforward course, which for a new designer, I don't mind going this strategy. Just trying to get get a feel for the tools and everything, and there's too many designers that start creating great big cliffs and blah. Waterline seems manufactured with the planting, the rocks. Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. And again, the lighting just makes it. I mean, I don't know if this is just me. It could be my monitor settings. Could be it's PS4. I just see white where the water is. I don't see water. Yeah, yeah, I got you. They wouldn't just naturally be there. You're right. Yeah, yeah. It's gonna be a pretty simple course. It looks like. Again, I don't mind that. For a new designer, this is, you know, get used to the tools before you start trying to do crazy stuff. Oh, there's a river back there. That was an interesting bounce. A little sculpting going on there that maybe we need to deal with. So I'm hoping that river comes into play later. We've got a bit of a waterfall down into the ocean. Alright. Still a bit shaken by that bounce I got, but it was a bad shot, so it shouldn't have been on the green anyways. Yeah, yeah, that's the okay, so it's not just me. Yeah, no, I got you, McTrees. This is Buddy's second course, so um, the rushing water, it just starts to rush all of a sudden. Yeah, I wonder if he's playing with having the running water and the waterfall and all the fun stuff that the kids are doing these days. But see, if you look at it here, if you look at it from that view, now you see water. If you look at it there, it's just the way the sun's shining on the water. It's blinding, and so we're not seeing the water. So again, we're doing this kind of gorsey stuff near the bunker. I don't know. So what am I looking like from here? It's not bad. The water's come into play here for sure. Have we made anything out of bounds? No. Which I don't. I maybe you could get stuck on a rock there, but yeah, I play with the sun with the lighting just so that we can see the water better. Jay, wait, Ray, whatever you just asked, no, go ahead. I kind of saw something come up in the Discord. Go ahead. Appreciate you asking, though. Yeah. So McTrees is saying here, if a new designer can create clean sight lines and lay down surfaces well without horrible sculpting, that's a good start. Too many focus on using too many coarse objects and end up with a bad course surrounded by a bunch of junk. Completely agree. Focus on the basics first, and not by fundamentals, I guess is a better way of saying it. And then once you've got that, then start playing. Yeah, I agree completely. Cloud coverage, not the sun. Yeah, could be. It just like here, it's unfortunate because it'll get fixed. This is beta too. That's the other thing to remember. This is a beta. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, this is a beta, so he still has an opportunity to play with things and get this looking a little bit better. And I think it'll look really cool once we are able to get that lighting a little bit better. Oh, the one's going to push that more. That's too bad. Pin's too close to the edge. The slope is helping it come back, and it's a lob wedge, so I don't know. I don't mind that as much. It's a short second shot, so you can get away with it a bit. It could be a pretty view if you see the water. Yeah, I agree completely, Scoot. Yeah, hey, no problem. Yeah, J Ray's just started a bit of a series there. He's very politely asked me if he can put a link in here, and I said absolutely. So I didn't watch all of it. I'll say that because I had to deal with my daughter's COVID test and everything. But I liked what I saw at the beginning. Not the beginning. I watched the first probably 10 minutes or so. I liked what I saw. Yeah. Bad putt. Bad putt. Okay. Oh, man. Yeah, okay, now I'm not loving this pin anymore. Yeah, it is a bit steep. It's just that, yeah, it's kind of sitting like that now that I've seen it. And it's 144 greens. You bump them up any, it's gonna be horrible. So now I see what you mean about close to the edge. Yeah, the sloping was a bit iffy there. Yeah, there you go. There you go, Axel. Okay, yeah, this looks nice. Oh, you've well, we'll get to test the bunker out. In we go. Yeah, me too, Lucas. And then this green is like dead flat. Okay. I like that white sand, but I think between that and the water, my eyes are starting to pulsate a bit here. All right, Axel, man, take care. Yeah, I might still be, and then I might be later too, because when my daughter's mom comes to pick her up, I might play baseball today on here. I don't know. Man, we smashed that one too. I don't love 144 greens because the ball's going so quickly when it gets to the hole, and it just stops so quickly too. So, yeah. And then, like you guys mentioned, the hole before, it makes it easier to put pins in dicey spots, so that then you don't see them as being quite as dicey as maybe they are. Yeah, Yeah, the brightness is starting to get a bit much for me. Part of that is I don't do well with brightness as a whole in real life. So but something to play with. If that's the right bat, we're gonna be happy. Not the right bat. Just a bit shy. Okay. Wait. Just the one bunker in the front there. Alright. Okay. Jeez, we're a solid 2 over here. That's gonna go well in my competition rounds, isn't it? Alright, what do we got here? Okay, it's a dog leg. It's not crazy. Let's see. Now, this should get far enough left. Okay. Those trees right here are too close to the fairway for my liking. They could come into play on the right-hand side of the fairway, which would bother me. And even where I am, they're not in, I mean, maybe a right to left wind brings them into play. But they're just kind of encroaching, and I don't like them being that close. I would consider moving them back a bit. It almost feels like it's a kind of a gimmicky way of protecting the corner of the dog leg. But I mean, they're like a foot from the light rough, so that's probably a little close to the fairway. Or the other thing you could do is you can make that rough go over more if you wanted it to be kind of more dogleg like that. You could do that too, and then if you're in the rough, you're blocked. So I'm not a fan of being blocked by trees as a rule, but if I'm in the rough, I find it hard to complain about it because I miss the fairway. If I'm in the fairway and I'm blocked by a tree, then I get a bit bothered because I'm in the fairway. I hit the shot I was supposed to. Alright, drivable par 4. And this is something that comes with practice and experience. There's really no reason not to hit driver here. The bunkers are fine. Like, there's nothing here that makes me say, don't hit driver, you're going to be in trouble if you do. So, I like the background though. What kind of buildings are those? Interesting. Yeah, I like that. Oh no. There's the first one. But yeah, see, now I'm just right in the front here. This is not really there's not really a choice to be made. It's hammer it. Yeah, that should be it. You could lay it back to leave yourself a full wedge if you prefer that over a splash or a flop, but it's not like there's trouble that we're worried about. So there's nothing wrong with it being a relatively easy hole. It's just it's a very obvious hole. There's one shot that really makes sense to hit. So and that's where Ben's tutorials come in so handy because it's difficult. The strategy on those kinds of holes is really difficult to pull off. Okay, we got a pretty wide par 5 here. Pretty long one. I don't mind that tree on the right kind of making me hit a cut as a red faster. That's fine. I actually don't mind people protecting against red fast because it's an exploit that shouldn't be in the game. So if you want to protect it, that's great. I'm not so sure about this stuff right behind the green. Find it hard to create a good drivable par 4 that seems to work well unless there's water involved. Bunkers just aren't penal enough. You're right. Bunkers they're too easy. Water is, yeah. I'm trying to think of another way that a par 4 could be difficult. Oh boy, the boys are at it now. And here's another one where really there's not really a reason to lay up. So if we look at the hole, yeah, there's not really a reason to lay up. If you hit it in the rough, I mean, that bunker on the right, I guess, could maybe make you think, but I think this is one of those deals see if I can see it. That front right bunker, maybe in real life it would make you think twice, because that if you got in the front of that bunker, it would be no fun at all. But in this game, it's a bit easier. So, I think you can definitely make bunkers penal if the green is tricky. That's true. In real life, you'd still go for it? Oh yeah, yeah, I probably would too. But yeah, it's just again, strategy's tough to get. And when a hole's really well designed, you're standing out in that fairway and you're thinking, okay, if I go for it, I couldn't give myself an opportunity for an eagle. But if I don't hit the shot, here's what's going to happen. And here, there's nothing really bad to happen to you. So you go for it. If a bunker protects a slope that runs away from it, it's definitely nervy. Okay, yeah, for sure. All right, Lost Souls, thanks for hanging out, man. Have a good one. Okay. Not sure about the bunker around the back. I like the idea of this hole being, well, it's a 10th as a par 3. Interesting. And, okay, there's the clubhouse. Okay. So we've got rough in front of the green. Can't really run it on. It's downhill, and it's a short shot, so I shouldn't have to run it on. And then that bunker at the back is just... It's very rare that I see a bunker wrapped around that looks really good. Okay, I mean, it plays well. So, yeah, that bunker's just... And then with it being wider in the sides, but then it gets narrow at the back, I don't know. So then more talk about the drivable holes. Good drivable in this game involves having certain pin positions reachable and specifically shaped green to make going for it risky. Yeah, or tricky, sorry. Yeah, agreed. If you look at... I mean, South Yarra has a couple of really cool drivable holes that, depending on the pin position, you don't want to even try it because you might leave yourself in the situation where you can't even go at the hole with your second shot because of the way the sloping and everything is, right? So, yeah, but we're talking about Ben there. Ben's just outrageous when it comes to strategy. Okay. So, see, now we can see the water because we're going the other way, so that's nice. Again, it just seems that there's times where this stuff is planted just to be planted. I don't know. And it's like, okay, well, there's a bunker, so I'm going to plant this stuff by the bunker, or it's by the trees, or I don't know. I get you're trying to create some definition and make it not be completely boring, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm genuinely, I'm not, I'm not saying it's bad or it's good or I'm not sure. All right. I mean, it's a short. Could maybe make the green a bit trickier because we're hitting a wedge in here. Even if you're not using the big driver, you're still only going to have a sand wedge or a gap wedge or something in. Ah, I thought that was coming back more. And the green's pretty flat, so. Yeah. Maybe if it wasn't all the same looking bush. Yeah, that's true too. If we use different bushes, that might make it work better. Now all of a sudden we got rocks and mulch. And these bunkers are... I'd rather that water tower be a... I don't know if a lighthouse would be in play. It's by the ocean, so lighthouses make sense, but I don't know if it would be in place there. Yeah. Yeah, why is there a water tower there? Okay. So now I'm liking the idea here better. We've created rough and stuff here so that I can't just smash driver and run it up there. The problem is that it's now just left me in a spot where it's a layup, and it's just hit it down to here and flip it on. So now it's been taken away. The option's been taken away from me completely. It is in the wind, in fairness, but yeah, it's so tough to get these right. It'd be cool if I could have taken a driver at it, but then be risking something by doing so. It's just, I don't think it's possible in this wind. So then it's just a 4-iron and a sand wedge. That if I've executed, well, that's still a bit short. It took some loft off, but yeah, okay. Yeah, that water tower is really kind of tropical lake. Yeah, I got you, oh boy. Okay. So I mean, what this really is, this is a second design of a guy who's finding his way with the design, and he has restrained himself. He hasn't gone with outrageous, crazy designs. He's created a pretty darn straightforward golf course, and I think this is a good place for him to go from. To be honest, yeah, I agree with Manatee. And I think one of the things that it's very easy is there's so many great designers in this game that it's easy to kind of start holding people to standards that are probably unfairly high. There's so many fantastic courses you can play. Ah. So yeah, I think it's I would rather he go this route than what some of the ones I saw yesterday that have these outrageous cliff edges and crazy elevation changes, and you know we're looking here to kind of create something a bit simpler, and then get used to the tools, which is cool. I will say that the way that the green goes to the fringe, goes to the fairway is a bit odd. It's not too bad though. We got to keep remembering too. This is beta. This isn't done. So I don't. Maybe he's gonna do some more planting. Maybe he's gonna work with the greens a bit. Who knows? But he's not done yet. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. Hey, what do we got? What do we got going on there that brought that? Oh, okay. So we've kind of created what, 3 sections of green here? All right. I forget. Oh, that was about 170, wasn't it? So to the back it'd be 2 bills. It's got some flexibility to make this a really difficult hole. Oh, 144 greens. Don't like them. That's my excuse. It's the 144 greens are driving me nuts. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. This is what we got. That's what we got so far. Bunker. It's not too bad. There's some space to fill here, but take sand wedge. The bunkers for the most part seem to just be kind of off to the side. With a lot of these holes playing as short as they are, you could make an argument for them being in front a bit more, but it's not a hill I would die on, that's for sure. Oh, these breaks. I can't read these greens to save my life. Alright. So now here we've played with the elevation a bit. We've created a pretty deep bunker that might be overly aggressive. There's some really good designer in chat saying that this course is miles better than their second course. I just wanted this designer to hear that, because I think that's important to know. Yeah, I agree. And again, it's a beta. He's not done yet, so we'll see what else he adds to it. But yeah, it looks kind of like a resort course that you'd play on vacation and go out and slap around and have fun. It's not going to host the U.S. Open. That's fine. Not every course needs to. With this being uphill, I'm just curious what happens if I take a crack at it. I think I bury it in the bunker in the front, but yeah. Okay, that was lucky. Definitely solid effort with a few tweaks. Could be really good. Yeah, I agree. I think if there's been an error made, and I don't mean, like, if you're going to err on the side of being overly conservative at first, because I think it's probably easier to add to that than it is to start taking an outrageously aggressive course and toning it down. So yeah, this is a sensible golf course. So all right, J-Ray, Geez, after that double we took on that one hole with the pin, questionable pin, we've kind of straightened out. Okay, what do we got up there? Just a bit of a rock collection. And how far is it to the end of this fairway? 340, downhill. Might get there. Nah, popcorned it, so never mind. Back nine's been better than the front. Yeah, there's been less things to kind of worry about. Yeah, it does. Let's have a look at it. So it's just rocks sitting there. Okay. And then the water. Oh, that's too bad. I'd rather that be the water coming across, personally. Yeah, for sure, Scoot. Oh, I'm not touching that one, Victory. Okay, so McTrees, I want to commend the designer on solid planting. Even if some of the planting is in odd places for visual reasons, he got rid of the auto-gen grasses next to the fairways, which is a common early designer mistake. Yeah. The rocks don't add much. Yeah, I'd rather that just be water. Just have the water run over. It's probably not even ever going to come into play, but it makes more sense for that to be water, or yeah, water, I think. Okay. YouTube. Oh, I'm not clicking on that. It'll kill my computer. Just because of how old it is, not because it's bad or anything. Yeah, I think we kind of already said everything. It's solid. It's second design. You got a lot of good things going on here. I'm not sure what you're planning on doing before you publish, but again, I like the idea that you haven't gone out of control. You've made a sensible, straightforward golf course, and you're getting a good handle on the tools and getting rid of the autogen stuff, and yeah, there's a lot to like, and I can see once you're a little bit more comfortable with the tools and you start getting a bit more creative, I can absolutely see where you could create some really awesome golf courses. So, oh, fair enough. So yeah, keep it up, man. You're on your way, I think.